At Miyagami Private Academy, there is a group of girls who have more power and authority than any of the faculty members. Miyagami Academy Maximum Authority Wielding Best Student Council, otherwise known as
Best Student Council!
Miss Yukimi, we've collected all the handouts from everyone in class for you.
That's wonderful. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for all your hard work, Miss Rando, Miss Oumi.
Are you all right, Miss Yukimi?
I don't want to be rude or anything, but I have to say you've been acting a little strange today.
Oh, really? What makes you say that, ladies?
It's like, do you know that you're glowing?
Yeah, you're kind of freaking us out.
I know what's going on. You're in love, aren't you, Missy?
Is that true, Miss Yukimi? Wow, he's really handsome.
Oh, how careless of me. I accidentally dropped this picture of my blind date on the floor. Isn't he great? I hold in my hands a picture of Mr. Hitoshi Sato, the 28-year-old lawyer from an amazingly rich family, who couldn't possibly be a better catch for yours truly. I've really hit the jackpot on this one. Miss Rando, Miss Oumi, I would greatly appreciate it if you did your best to keep this a secret. I mean, it's not like Mr. Sato and I are planning to get married or anything.
Oh yeah, it's a secret.
Miss Yukimi? Whoa, who would have thought? Miss Vice President! Miss Vice President! Miss Vice President! I've got some big news, Miss Vice President!
I already know. 8th grade teacher Miss Yukimi Itami is excited because she's going on a blind date.
And evidently, the person she's going out with is Mr. Hitoshi Sato, a 28-year-old lawyer from a rich family, who, I must say, couldn't possibly be a better catch for Miss Yukimi, don't you think?
But how do you know all that?
The covert squad is already investigating.
You guys are a bunch of little busybodies who can't mind your own business.
I'm sorry you feel that way. In all honesty, I only asked the covert squad to conduct an investigation of him because I care about Miss Yukimi. She's one of Miyagami's most capable educators.
And just so you know, according to all the initial reports from the covert squad, he appears to be an upstanding citizen and an all-around normal guy.
Aw, but that's so boring! It'd be much more interesting if he was some kind of wacko.
Minamo.
I was just kidding!
Hey, Kaori, you talk to Miss Yukimi a lot, so how old is she?
I think she told me that she's going to be turning 27 pretty soon.
Oh.
That's the perfect age to get married.
It is.
If her blind date goes well and they decide to get married, I wonder if she'll decide to quit teaching here.
You know, if this works out, then she's out of here. Come on, Maya, what woman would choose to keep working if she's engaged to marry some really rich dude?
But I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have Miss Yukimi as my teacher.
What are you talking about, kiddo? This may be her only chance to snag a man before she ends up a lonely old hag. You should be happy for her.
I doubt she'll end up like that. But regardless, we should all hope that this blind date works out and he makes her happy.
Yeah, you're right.
But aside from all that, the situation here is not without its problems.
And just what do you mean by that, Cone?
What's the problem? I thought you guys said that he was a normal guy. It's not Mr. Sato that has me worried right now.
Then what is it?
There may not be any romantic problems, but there could be some friction developing between two friends.
Yukimi? Yes, Wakana? There's a rumor going around that you're going on some kind of blind date. I am. So you're totally disregarding me even though I'm older than you and you're only worried about your own happiness? I am. Do you not remember the night 3 months ago at the Gunbei bar when we swore to stay alone until we both found happiness? Was the promise you made to me that night a lie? Yep, a lie. Ugh. No, how could you? To tell the truth, I don't remember that night very well because I was really drunk. Hello, this is Yukimi. Hey, what's up, Mom? Did you pick a date yet? I can't believe you did. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you should dress up a bit. Yukimi! You backstabber! Oh, man, this totally sucks. What's up with Yukimi? She's acting like she's in love, and she hasn't even gone out with a guy yet. It's just a blind date, right? Why is she acting like she's about to get married? Hey, are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
I just don't get it. I mean, it's not like she's a dog or anything, so why does she need to go on a stupid blind date? You know what I'm saying?
Am I the only one who thinks it's strange that a teacher would come to a student dorm to drink away her problems? Maybe she's here because she doesn't have any other friends.
I think that's pretty obvious.
To make matters worse, she totally hit the jackpot. Hitoshi Sato, a 28-year-old lawyer from a super rich family, who couldn't possibly be a better catch for Yukimi. He's a freaking lawyer. A good man like that should be going out with a good woman like me. You understand what I'm getting at here?
Yes.
But he is younger than I am.
Please don't cry.
Oh, you're the only person in this world who truly understands how I feel. Thanks, Catherine.
Cindy.
Catherine!
Oh no! Paya, Paya! I can't believe it. All that happened last night? Yeah, Miss Wakana did some weird stuff, didn't she, Puchan?
Drinky, drinky, make adult crazy, crazy.
Hey, look, there's someone standing at the front gate.
Oh, yeah. Who is that guy?
Come on, Rito, let's go check it out.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Miyagami Academy regulations prohibit unauthorized entry by the general public.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Wait a minute. You're Miss Ukimi's... never mind. I thought you were someone else.
Tell me, sir, do you have business here at Miyagami Academy?
Well, not really. I was just in the neighborhood. I'll get going. Sorry for the inconvenience. Oh, pardon me, miss. I should watch where I'm going. Huh? No way. Is your name Wakana by any chance?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but have I met you somewhere before?
You haven't changed at all, Wakana. Don't you recognize me? I was just one grade below you in high school. Remember Hitoshi Hasagawa?
Hasagawa? I didn't even recognize you. Is it really you?
Sure is. I changed my last name because my mother remarried 7 years ago, so now I'm Hitoshi Sato.
Hitoshi Sato?
Yep, that's right.
Are you kidding? Don't tell me that you're a 28-year-old lawyer from a super rich family.
You sure know a lot about me.
You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion that this guy's Miss Yukimi's blind date.
Could be.
What a crazy coincidence. Who would have thought I'd run into you at a place like this, Wakana?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Miss Vice President! Miss Vice President! Miss Vice President! Miss Vice President, we've got some big news!
I already know. Miss Yukimi's blind date dropped by our school today. And everyone was incredibly surprised to find out that Mr. Hitoshi Sato was a good friend of Miss Wakana's in high school, correct?
We were just as surprised. Even the covert squad didn't check that far back. But how do you guys always know everything?
I see. So you're the school's nurse?
That's right. I've been working here for about 4 years.
You always did so well in high school and then in medical school. Not to sound rude, but I thought you'd be working as a surgeon at a university hospital.
Actually, I did do something along those lines for quite a few years.
Oh, really? Well, then what was it that made you decide to become a school nurse?
I don't know. It just sort of worked out that way.
You know, you really haven't changed at all, Wakana.
What do you mean?
You have a habit of dodging the subject whenever I try to get a real answer. You were exactly the same way in high school. Wakana, I was wondering, do you have a boyfriend or anything?
Why, do you think I do?
Well, I'm not really sure, so that's why I'm asking you now.
Why do you want to know, Hitoshi?
I was just curious. So is there anyone you have feelings for? So is that a yes?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then who is it?
I have feelings for my family and my friends Megumi and Shoko.
That's not what I'm talking about. Come on. Oh, man.
I don't remember anything like that.
Oh, it happened. Several times. On your graduation day, I was waiting for you at the front gates, but you had decided to leave through the back gates. So I went by your house, but you had already moved out.
Well, I was really busy getting ready for college.
I can see that now. But back then I was an awkward and sensitive teenage boy, and I thought you were trying to avoid me. So I tried as hard as I could to get over you. It took a while, but those feelings finally passed. But here we are face to face again, and I feel like I need to tell you.
Oh, Hasagawa.
Really? A blind date? I know I'm probably thinking too far ahead, but if this blind date works out, I may decide to stop teaching here for a while. I've never seen you this excited, Miss Yukimi. Well, I can't remember the last time I felt this happy about anything. But that's my blind date, Mr. Hitoshi Sato, the 28-year-old lawyer from a rich family who couldn't possibly be a better catch. I wonder what he's doing here. Wakana?
It's hard to say it. But back in those days, nobody mattered to me except for you. I was in love with you, Wakana.
Miss Yukimi? I just wandered off without you.
Hasagawa, Sato just left. Don't you think you should have at least said something to him?
So you and my blind date, Mr. Hitoshi Sato, the 28-year-old lawyer from a rich family who couldn't possibly be a better catch. The two of you knew each other, have been friends since you were just children. Is that what you're telling me?
Kinda. We went to the same high school, and he was a grade behind me.
It sure is a small world.
You can say that again.
This could be chaos, pandemonium, a huge battle.
Would you try to keep it down, Rain?
Poor Miss Yukimi.
Hey, Wakana. Did you ever go out with Mr. Sato?
No. Like I said, we just went to the same school.
You being honest?
I swear to God, Yukimi. When I was in high school, I was too busy worrying about med school to even think about boys, and... Hey, don't you kids have anything better to do than eavesdrop?
We're sorry, ma'am.
Yukimi, what Sato was telling me earlier was that he had feelings for me back in high school. That's all. It was...
I'm going to go out with him. Wakana, I'm going to go on that date. I want to at least give it a shot.
Yukimi? Good. That's great.
I can't help but think that none of this would have happened if I hadn't gone after Miss Yukimi like that. I feel just horrible.
Miss President, there was nothing you could have done to avoid it.
Please don't blame yourself for this, okay? But if Miss Yukimi and Miss Wakana can't work this out and their friendship comes to an end,
Don't worry, that's not going to happen.
Cohn's right, Miss President. They're gonna be fine. The Agami Academy's teachers are every bit as smart as the best student council. I'm sure they'll be able to work it out.
You think so?
I hope that Miss Yukimi and Miss Wakana are okay.
Don't be silly. Just be a kid and don't worry about the adults.
Pooh-chan.
Adults are a lot smarter than you'd think, kiddo, even those two loony broads. So don't worry. Have a little faith in them.
Yeah, you're right, Pooh-chan. I won't worry anymore. I see. I understand.
Sana, do you have a minute?
Oh, hi, Miss Wakana.
I have a small favor to ask.
Sure thing. Whatever you need, consider it done.
Sato residence.
Hi, it's me, Wakana.
Oh, well, this is a surprise, but how did you get this number?
Let's just say I know some people.
I believe it. Listen, I'm sorry about what happened earlier. I didn't mean to pop up out of nowhere and lay all that stuff on you. It wasn't fair.
Hey, Hasegawa? Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling you that. I just wanted to make sure that you're still going to go on that blind date with Yukimi. You are, right?
I'm sorry, Wakana, but I can't do that.
But why not? I thought that the two of you had already planned everything out. Don't tell me you're not going because of me.
That's not it at all. The reason I can't go out with Yukimi has nothing to do with you. I came to Miyagami with a purpose. It was my intention to cancel my date with Yukimi, and I thought it would be best to do it in person.
Why are you canceling?
My mother, she's very ill. She has cancer. They discovered it late in its progression, so the cancer cells have already spread to 3 of her organs. The doctors said that there was nothing that they could do for her. My mother was always bugging me to settle down, even before she ever became ill. That's why I had originally agreed to go on a blind date with Yukimi. But then I questioned whether it was fair for me to get involved in someone else's life for my own selfish reason. What I did was really inconsiderate. Please forgive me.
Hey, can I ask you one more thing?
Sure, what is it?
I was wondering which hospital you admitted your mother to?
She's at Toryou University Hospital.
That's good. It's amazing. Hasegawa, Yukimi, the members of the Best Student Council. How can they all be so thoughtful?
That's why I had originally agreed to go on a blind date with Yukimi. But then I questioned whether it was fair for me to get involved in someone else's life for my own selfish reason.
Hasegawa putting his own happiness aside?
Wakana, I'm going to go on that date. I want to at least give it a shot.
And Yukimi too. She was more concerned about making me feel better. And our thoughtful students who spend their free time worrying about us. So now it's my turn to put my own feelings aside for the sake of someone else.
Hello, this is Toryou University Hospital, Surgical Department 1. What? Dr. Harada? What a nice surprise, Doctor. This is Ishi. Right, so you want the blood work and all current medical records of a cancer patient, last name Sato. Well, if this is a request from the one and only Dr. Harada, then I should have no problem finding that for you.
I'm headed that way right now, so please have it ready for me when I arrive. And if she's well enough to proceed into surgery, I'll do the operation myself. I'll talk to the professor and explain the situation.
Right, I understand. I'll be ready and waiting. This is awesome! I never thought I'd see the surgical genius Dr. Harada operate again. What am I doing? I've got so much to do. I have to get everything ready.
I got sick of all the drama surrounding the medical office, so one day I just left. And now I'm returning to once again save someone's life with my own hands.
Miss Wakana.
Hey, ladies.
Please allow us to give you a ride to the hospital.
Let me guess, the covert squad's been keeping an eye on me, right?
I hope you can forgive us. We're sorry, but we were all just so worried about you.
Don't worry about it. Even though this whole situation turned out a lot differently than I expected, it doesn't matter that he's my old friend or Yukimi's date. I'm just glad I can help.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Our thoughts are with you, Doctor.
I promise I'll do whatever I can.
Okay, Cindy, we're counting on you.
You got it. You know, you were right all along, Nanaho. The teachers of Miyagami Academy really are something else.
Yukimi. Wakana. Hi, Hitoshi.
Wakana, hey, what are you doing here?
I just finished reviewing your mother's medical records, and although it's going to be a difficult operation, I have every confidence that we can save her. I will save your mother's life. It's the least I can do. Please trust me, Hitoshi.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Let me guess, another hangover.
I drank way too much last night.
Well, since you couldn't drink during surgery, I figured this would happen.
Yukimi?
Hitoshi called me last night and told me everything. We decided that it would be best to cancel our date.
Oh, Yukimi, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's no big deal. But I heard that surgery went well. Good work, Doctor.
What did you expect from a surgical genius?
And the calm returns after the storm.
Yup.
Hey, who's this? Huh? Wow, he's so handsome. Who is he, Wakana?
He's a professor at the university hospital where I used to work. He gave me that and asked if I'd be interested in going out. His name is Mr. Toshihiko Suzuki, a 32-year-old doctor whose father is the president of an international company. And he couldn't possibly be a better catch for me, Yukimi.
So you're gonna go out with this guy?
I am.
You're totally disregarding me even though my date was canceled and now you're only worried about your own happiness?
I am.
Do you not remember that night 3 months ago at the Gunbei bar when we swore we'd stay alone until we both found happiness? Was that promise you made to me a lie?
Yep, a lie.
How could you?
But I thought you said that you don't remember that night very well because you were really drunk.
How could you, Wakana? You will never!
Hey, Pooh-chan?
What's up, kiddo?
I don't think I'll ever understand adults.
Hate to say I told you so.
切ない恋の数だけ夜空に星はきらめくだからくじけないでいつの日か願いは叶うのそう見つめていて時が止まるほどに恋したらどんなこともスペシャルねきっと夢見てた瞬間訪れるそのために涙さえもジュレ振り返る魔法をかけて譲れない気持ち未来の私になってゆくはずだから諦めないで情熱を燃やし続けてく激しいスコールの中けなげに咲く花のように毎日をもっと輝かせて明日の笑顔を信じて
Pooh-chan here. Imagine my surprise when my old buddy Lance pops in for a visit. What the heck is he thinking? Next time on Best Student Council. Goodbye, my dear friend. Goodbyes are always tough.